Next up from Boston, we have a session called Smart and Compact, Secured and Ransomware Protected S3 Data Backup. I want to hear about it. Please welcome Thorsten Schäfer. Thorsten, please come up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to my presentation, Smart and Compact, Secured and Ransomware Protected S3 Data Backup Solution, or, which I like very much more, how is life easy as a cloud service provider? My name is Thorsten. I'm Senior Business Development Manager at Boston Server and Storage Solutions, based here in Germany, and we have in our portfolio everything from edge to cloud, so feel free to choose whatever you want. I'm pretty sure you will get an answer for all your questions when you visit us on our booth at H07, just right here over the corner. Later on today, I need to say that my marketing colleagues advised me to do so. We do have a panel discussion, kind of, in the Tommy Unger bar at noon. So feel free to join us to have an expert discussion, not only with me, we have real expert there. So see you later there. So whenever we look around in the world, we have pretty much things around, so nothing happens without power. Many dangers around, so we need to be protected, we need to be secure. There's so many things around, so I don't know. When you go through the internet, through the news, there are ransomware attacks everywhere, so that's pretty hard. I think right now that's way more there, let's say, than we had in the past. Maybe it was always the same, but right now it's way more there, and we feel it and see it more open, and we need to be more secure, not only because of all these attacks around and stuff, and also from a legal point of view. There are way more things to do. I would just mention NIS2, GDPR, and whatever stuff there is around. So that needs and brings us to do these type of things, and especially when you are a provider, so that's not only necessarily the cloud, could be also a little bit smaller in your enterprise or so. Yeah. At the end, we need to have to change something, which means we need to take care of data, we need to take care of power, we need to take care of disaster and everything. We need to do things way more easy. That means here is an example of one of our customers who did things easy. He did that's an edge scenario in combination of doing edge environment in the edge, doing a centralized backup together with solutions. We came in a few slides. So at the end, this customer reduced his administration piece of 75% and improved recovery times by 99.9%. That's what they want to do, and we could help them with our CSP or XSP service provider and data center solutions. Just historically where we came from, so in the past there was mainframes, we come to servers, we have virtual machines. Now we are somewhere between cloud and containers. So our little tiny backup monster is showing us where we where we are and looking at the application side, it's like from monolithic applications going into client-server architectures right now in microservices, in cloud services. And for sure, there's one thing, business losing couple of dollars, euros, Swiss francs, Austrian shillings, whatever, by ransomware attacks. And not only due downtime, additionally recovery cost, that's pretty hard. And we can say, okay, it's just $100,000, but 90% the businesses outside don't have any disaster recovery plan, or if they do have one, they fail. Or the plans look like this. Crying out for help, so that's somehow okay. So we at Boston want to help together with you guys. And let's go a bit more how it looks like in a kind of real-life scenario. So we do have workflows, for example. There are virtualization platforms. There's somehow storage. And there's a backup destination. So there are many, many things to do. I don't want to go into much detail how these kind of architecture is working. So we can do a demo on our booth, or can have a talk about it, how it will go for more in detail. From an architecture point of view, that's more clear here, I would like to say. We do have a node, a server who's doing the management, the node is doing the work, and we have a backup destination. And we need to make sure our backup destination is that much secure that we can make sure our data will be never corrupted, will be never ever ransomware infected, and so on. How we want to do that? So let's go for an easy way. So with our solutions, we want to be source and destination agnostic. So bring whatever you have, and we do a backup wherever you want to. That's not a problem at all. We want to be agentless wherever it's possible. If you have the hypervisor of your choice, we don't need an agent. So I will talk about that in a slide later for detail. And it needs to be simple and easy to deploy and manage. So major features about that: we can do a backup of virtual machines, containers, storages, like file system on your storages, could be synthetic, that's like incremental forever. There are APIs so that you can integrate whatever. You can do the traditional cloud services so far, like Exchange, M365, OneDrive, SharePoint, Teams, and so on, and so on, and so on. So I don't want to go too much in detail. I would rather like talk about this slide that shows you what I said in the beginning. We are source agnostic. That means choose whatever you have. So basically, you have chosen already, but bring what you have. Even it's VMware or OpenStack, OpenShift, Proxmox, any KVM-based hypervisor, and the container piece from Kubernetes, OpenShift containers, Proxmox containers, the cloud solution from Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and so on, and so on. And basically, we do not care where to store the backup. It can be a file system, can be a tape, can work with legacy enterprise systems like IBM Spectrum Protect, Veritas, Rubrik, you name it. And the fancy thing at the end is using an object storage as a backup target, because an object storage is somehow the best solution to store a backup which is not, or which could not be overwritten. So you just write once. And for that, we put in place, it's called Boston Igloo Object Storage Solution. So we're using innovative latest technology and using Data Core Swarm as the object storage product of choice here, because we are pretty flexible with pretty much options in networking, and we're working since years together with the guys from Data Core, and it's a proven solution for us. Why? It's scalable. It's just running on x86 hardware, so it's kind of cheap hardware. It's easy to manage. It's scalable. You just add more nodes when your storage needs to grow. Use cases, choose whatever you like, but that's healthcare, high-performance computing, but even as just storage. Why? So you reduce TCO, you reduce your risk, so you will be sure your backup is usable whenever it happens, the ransomware attack, because it's not like when will it happen, or it's not if it's happened, it will happen. The question is when. And for you as a service provider, our solutions bring also a pay-per-use licensing model, which is in the cloud area the license model of choice from my point of view. So we are at the end so far. Short summary, we do have a very flexible solution. It's environmental friendly, with cost savings. We have the pay-per-use XSP model, and it's state of the art. So thank you so much for your attention. And again, at 12 in the bistro, Tommy Ungerer, the AI and storage, NVIDIA Data Core, and Boston with the latest news from CTG. And again, thank you very much. It was really, really nice talking to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, today in the morning. Thank you.
Thorsten, thank you so much for speaking with us today. This almost seems too good to be true, yes, working with Boston. Is there anything else that you'd like folks here today to know before they head off?
So whenever you have any questions, so feel free to join us at our booth right over there.
Perfect.
We're happy to talk. We have a couple of things there and many, many colleagues of mine. So you don't need to talk to me. You can also talk to my colleagues if you prefer.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.